Hey, man.
Sharmell going in the Hall.
Hey, man, Sharmell's going in the Hall of Fame, man. I'm happy, proud to see my queen, take her place inside the Hall of Fame. And the thing is, I've always said it many, many times, that Sharmell doesn't get, her just due. She didn't get the recognition that a lot of the girls have always gotten, as far as, come back and do this and whatnot. But for this, it's the ultimate recognition. It's the ultimate, stamp of approval saying, hey, man, we really appreciate everything that you've done, for the business as well as for this company. And the thing is, man, Sharmell was one of Vince's favorites, man. I mean, he definitely always loved, Sharmell's work. And Sharmell, I think even more so than myself. I always say sometimes, just like say, for instance, a couple, okay, and you think they like you. Okay, you think the people around you they like you, and then you realize later on in life, just say for instance, you and your wife got divorced, and none of those guys like you anymore. You realize they like your wife a whole lot more than they actually like you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm serious. You know what I mean? So I think Sharmell she's always had that effect, with people, man. Everybody always have loved Sharmell for what she have, brought to the table more than anything. She's always been genuine about this thing as well. It's no play acting with Sharmell. I remember, back in the day, that locker room, that female locker room was like in chaos. I mean, those women over there, man, they were just going crazy. I was like, what the hell is going on? And Sharmell was like the locker room, I don't know, enforcer. You know what I'm saying? The locker room mom. I don't know what it was, but definitely, she's made her mark all the way from making her way into WCW as a Nitro girl. Company going under her, going to, OVW, coming out of that same class. A lot of people don't realize it, don't know, but Sharmell came out the same class with Batista, Randy Orton, all those guys.
Rock, John Cena, Shelton.
Exactly, you know what I mean? And the wrestling side didn't turn out for her because she blew her knee out down there training in the WWE OVW form league. And then of course the creation of King Booker. I tell people all the time, man, that was my best run. That was my most fun run in the business, and none of it ever would have happened, if it wasn't for Sharmell, because the King of the Ring tournament was not built for me to become the greatest king, in the history of the King of the Ring tournament. It wasn't built for that at all. It was built around Sharmell, and I had a moment there, and I said, man, let me try to see if I can make this moment, something special at the same time. But that whole thing, all of the action figures that's created around Booker T, none of that would have happened as far as the King Booker action figures. None of that would have happened, if it wasn't for Queen Sharmell. So I'm just happy that she's getting her recognition and her just due finally, and it's the ultimate recognition, taking her place inside the Hall of Fame, right next to, her king. So it's going to be awesome night.
I think it's beyond exciting. I mean, when I found out, before, the world did, but, got that message about Sharmell going in the Hall, I immediately was like, well, this makes the most sense, because if Booker T deserves to be in the Hall of Fame as a singles, I think a lot of the reason you got in the Hall book as a singles was because of that King Booker run. I mean, would you have gone in otherwise? Sure, most likely.
Yeah.
Did that King Booker run solidify you in everybody's eyes as one of the top guys of all time? It did. And that run would not have been anywhere near as memorable and lasted anywhere near as long if you didn't have Queen Sharmell there. It was peanut butter and jelly. It just made so much sense. And a lot of the times, if I'm being honest, I hated Sharmell way more than I hated King Booker. Like she would drive me, Queen Sharmell would drive me crazy. The first live event I ever went to, I wanted I wanted somebody to shut her up so bad with the "Oh hell, King Booker." And so I think that without Queen Sharmell, the King Booker run isn't what it is. So for that alone, this is more than deserving. And I think that I'm happy to see her go in on a personal level, but also as a wrestling fan, it makes perfect sense to me. And of course, her in-ring career maybe not be the most spectacular of all time, but that's not what the Hall of Fame's about. The Hall of Fame is the impact that you made to the business at the time that you were there, right? And there aren't too many people who can say they competed at WrestleMania, they had a memorable run as a part of a duo that went world title. I mean, how long was King Booker? It was like a year, right?
A little over a year, year and a half. And the thing is, that run, that King Booker run, I think about it, and I go, man, you talk about my career before King Booker, and you say, was it a good career? Yeah, it was a damn good career.
Absolutely.
I think I crossed off every box as far as my singles career, but I think the King Booker run, I really don't think it could be denied as being perhaps one of the most memorable runs in the business. I really don't think. I really don't. I'm serious. And I'm not just saying that because it was me. Okay, I'm saying that because that run captivated the fans like none other. And I really truly just want people to understand that none of that, literally zero, none of that could have happened without Sharmell. It just wouldn't have happened. And just think about this for a moment. King Booker without Sharmell, I would probably be like Xavier Woods right now.
He's not Kofi.
That's what I said. I say I had Queen Sharmell. Xavier, he has Kofi. No, just think about it for one moment.
I'm with you, though. I am with you.
Thing would not have worked. Just King Booker by himself. No way people would be talking about it today, other than it was probably the stupidest run, and left the asterisk on my career. As far as what I did with the King of the Ring, crown. It's nothing I could have done with it special. It's nothing that I could have done with it differently than anybody else if I wouldn't have had, Queen Sharmell. And I say that because of the Macho Man. I don't think the Macho Man could have been the Macho King without the lovely Queen Elizabeth. I just don't. His run wouldn't have been the same without Queen Elizabeth. So I don't know. I could be wrong, but I just must say I'm proud of my queen taking her place right next to her king inside the Hall of Fame. You know what? This family is going to have more rings than any family in the history of the business after this Hall of Fame induction of my lovely Queen Sharmell. All right, you got it? Because my brother, he got one, I got two. Because Sharmell, I mean, that right there, come on.
Right there.
It's a Hall of Fame family, damn it.
A Hall of Fame family. And by the way, I know we always talk about the Shook shirt and the Shucky Ducky shirt, but everybody needs to go make sure they go buy that Queen Sharmell merch available on WWE shop.com right now.
There it is, baby.
Look at that.
$27.99. They should have made $30, man, but that's all good. $27.99. That's good. That's good. We get our cut. Everybody's happy. You know what I mean? You get your piece of the pie. Everybody's happy, man. But nah, man, I'm just there again, man. I'm stoked. I'm stoked my queen is going to be taking her place inside the Hall of Fame. Yeah, and guess what?
What?
You know who's going to be inducting her?
Who?
Me.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Broke a little news here.
Yeah. So
we're gonna make the induction speech.
I'm gonna make sure my queen have a safe passage inside the Hall of Fame. That's my job. That's the least I can do.